Hey there, and welcome to Trivia Ronin. I'm your host, Matt McNelly, and if you're joining us live on Zoom or Twitch or after the fact on YouTube, welcome, and we are happy to have you. Quick breakdown of the rules. 1, we are honor code here, and you keep your own score. Feel free to cheat. You get nothing. 2, after each question, you'll get 45 seconds to answer. Absolutely do not show your answer until the time is up. What up, Sethron? And number 3, for my man Sethron, if you're watching on Twitch, due to the delay, drop your answer in the chat when you see 10 seconds left on the time clock. That will line up with the live feed. You get it. You're on Twitch. You're smart. You only need 35 seconds. Tonight, here's the deal. There are 30 questions, as per usual. The first 10 are all Alex Trebek related, RIP. The second 10 are going to be Potent Potables, a.k.a. Potpourri. That's what we got. It's going to be a bunch of rando questions. The third category is Wayla as usual. It's just Wayla as usual. And then a story worth 10 points at the end. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Final Jeopardy rules tonight. So you can wager every single point you have on Final Jeopardy or not. We're going to just do it like that for our boy Alex, because why not? So we'll talk about that when we get there. Anyway, without further ado, let's play Trivia Ronin. How we feeling, Zoom? Awesome. Question number 1. Oh, also, very important. We are doing answers. You will answer in the form of a question. Please. Thank you so much. Alex Trebek, RIP. Here we go. So answer number 1. Alex Trebek was born in Sudbury, the largest city in the northern part of this Canadian province. 45 seconds on the clock starting now. Please answer in the form of a question. What Canadian province is Trebek from? We all know he's Canadian. Everybody knew that. Y'all were in here teeing up that question. But what province? Also, can you name a Canadian province? Worth a shot? For the record, it's the largest city in the northern part of this province. If you know Canadian geography, things tend to get smaller the farther north you go.
That's because it's colder.
Nailed it. Nailed it. Sudbury, as of this writing, has a population of 116,000. So that is the largest city in the northern part. 3, 2, 1. Show 'em. Yep. When is a perfectly acceptable answer? Some folks did not write it in the form of a question, but it's honor system. And if you don't have room, that's fine. What is Ontario? Ontario. Same province where Toronto is. Ontario is what we're looking for. Wish Darcy was here. She would have nailed that. Because it's like next to Michigan. Question 2. Just kidding. Answer 2. Although it has been tied to all 3 major television networks, Jeopardy currently airs on this one. 45 seconds starting now. What network is Jeopardy on? On this network, Jeopardy airs. It makes you feel like Yoda sometimes making questions for Jeopardy. There's 3 of them. It's not Fox. Although it's been tied to all 3 major networks, Jeopardy currently airs on this one. Netflix is not an answer. Although it is on Netflix. I'm just going to tell you right now. Yes, thank you, Sethron. With 10 seconds left, Sethron rings in Netflix. You know, I'll give it to you because I didn't say it yet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Show 'em. Pick one of the 3. CBS, good guess. What is NBC? Good guess. It's not that one, though. It's ABC. What is ABC? American Broadcasting Company. ABC. Question. Answer. I got to get used to this. Answer 3. In the United States, this constitutional amendment contains the double jeopardy clause preventing individuals from being tried for the same crime twice. Which amendment is it? 45 seconds starting now. Give you a hint. It's in the Bill of Rights. Now it's a 1 in 10 shot. It's not Ashley Judd. Good guess. Answer number 3. In the United States, this constitutional amendment contains the double jeopardy clause preventing individuals from being tried for the same crime twice. Notably in the same jurisdiction. You can get tried by your state and the federal government if they are so inclined.
Trump's going to find that out.
Nailed it. Thank you, Cyrus. Who? 3, 2, 1. Former President Trump has been cited. Yes. Okay. Who is 6? Yep. But many people, it is not the 6th. It is the one that people plead. The 5th has it in there. 5th's a long one. 5th's a long one. What is or who is the 5th Amendment? Answer number 4. On April Fool's Day 1997, Trebek took over hosting duties on Wheel of Fortune, while this man took over Jeopardy! 45 seconds starting now. Simpler times. Trebek went to Wheel of Fortune. Somebody went to Jeopardy! Probably the guy who wasn't busy while Alex Trebek was hosting another show. Probably wanted to go to the bar instead. He had to host Jeopardy! I don't actually know if that's true. 1997, April Fool's Day, Trebek took over hosting duties on Wheel, while this man took over Jeopardy! 10 seconds left. Three, two, one. Who it be? It is not her, but well done. Yes. Everybody else got it. Pat Sayak. I think it's a soft J. Pat Sayak.
What did you write?
Doug wrote Vanna. Oh, what did Cyrus write? Is he a rapist? That's a bummer. Oh, God. 1997, who wasn't, am I right? Answer number 5. Cancer sucks, particularly this type, which killed Alex Trebek last Sunday. 45 seconds starting now. What type of cancer?
It's therapist.
Thank you. That's the first one. $30 seconds left. Cancer objectively sucks, particularly this type, which killed Alex Trebek just last Sunday. Not with a knife, just in the regular way cancer kills people.
Also, my ex was a cancer and she sucks.
Oof. That's why you never should date lymphoma. She's a real bitch. Tough name. Cancer sucks. 2, 1. What kind of cancer did my man? There it is. Where is it? Honestly, it's behind the stomach. Prostate is incorrect, Emily, but everybody else. Pancreatic cancer. What is pancreatic cancer? Real bummer. That one seems to kill almost everybody. It's a shitty one. But you got the P. Answer number 6 on the sketch Celebrity Jeopardy. Here it is. Norm Macdonald played Burt Reynolds, but would famously only respond to this name. 45 seconds starting now. Sure. You had to pick the one Celebrity Jeopardy question to ask, and I picked this one. Just to be clear, it's an SNL sketch. It's a funny name. It's a big hat. Wish I had a big hat in this house. I would put it on right now. It'd be the perfect time to have come back with a big hat. Unfortunately, I don't. Just a regular size hat. It's funny. That guy was a real jerk, though, honestly, if you ask me.
A real jerk.
Real jerk. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burt Reynolds, real jerk. What did he go by? First and last, please. Yep, I'm sure we all have the first and last if we knew it. Turd Ferguson. I'm sorry, Turd Ferguson is the answer. Answer number, or is the question? Answer number 7. This person won Jeopardy! A world record 74 consecutive times. But more impressively to me, holds the record for highest average correct responses per game at 35.9. 45 seconds starting now. Who's that guy who won Jeopardy! A bunch?
And will he be the next host?
Big question.
I heard Michael Strahan being floated around.
Ugh. Barf.
I heard George Stephanopoulos and this name who we're talking right now.
Very interesting. Stephanopoulos, that's interesting. He's a little fella. I don't know if he can reach the podium. Roasted. This person won Jeopardy! A world record 74 times in a row. But he holds the record for highest average correct responses per game at 35.9. Second highest average, below 30. This guy ran shit. 3, 2, 1. Yep. Thank you. And Suck It McNelly is correct. His name was Ken Jennings. You'll always get a point for a Sean Connery joke in here. And beautiful. All right, Ken Jennings. Hang on one second while I do that fun thing I have to do. Question 8. In Jeopardy, we're still talking about it, these hidden clues named after a horse racing term require the contestant to wager before they are read. 45 seconds starting now. Gotta wager something. Wager? I hardly know her. Excuse me while I let the cat out of the room. You can do it, champ. There she goes. Cat's got to escape.
My pick for new host, Miem Bialik.
Which one's that?
Blossom.
Oh, Blossom. But anti-vax, right? Am I making that up?
I don't know.
I think she's an anti-vaxxer, if I recall.
Then no.
Yeah. You know, you kind of need some kind of science on that show. Just like in the presidency. Am I right? Am I right? 3, 2, 1, show. What's it called? Yep. Ba-da. What is a daily double? The daily double. Didn't know it was a horse racing turn, but, you know, that's why I research these things. Daily double is the answer. Answer number 9. In 1971, Trebek was on the short list to host the CBC mainstay. We all know it, Hockey Night in Canada. But he was passed over because we don't hire guys with this. 45 seconds starting now. And remember, in Canada, hosting the show Hockey Night in Canada is a pretty big deal. He wanted the job. They said, we don't hire guys with this. 71 even. Typical Canadians. Am I right? In 71, Trebek was on the short list to host the CBC, that's Canadian Broadcasting Company, mainstay Hockey Night in Canada, but he was passed over because the producer said, quote, we don't hire guys with this, exclamation point. 3, 2, 1, what is it? Yep. Oh, that's a good one, Doug. Doug gets best guess, and Foreskin of the Face is also an excellent guess because that is correct. Moustache. I don't hire men with mustaches. Alex Trebek, famously mustachioed.
Julian, what did you write?
Uh-oh.
Talent, because it's
Ah! Ooh, we are roasting tonight. I like it. Answer number 10 and the last of our Trebek questions. Trebek loved his cameos. One of the strangest occurred in 1996 on this Fox sci-fi show where he appeared as a man in black alongside Jesse Ventura. 45 seconds. Starting now.
Can I make this a true daily double?
No. Because I feel like... Also, this was on Instagram. Here's your Instagram answer if you don't know it. Rarely singularized man in black. On many shows. Final episode of the Colbert Report. Trebek was on it. The answer is not the Colbert Report. First one was Cheers. In case you're wondering. Cliff was on it. Lost. Idiot. 2, 1. Show him. What was the show? Yep. Many people got it. I figured that is good. The answer is, what is The X-Files? Truth is out there. Trebek wanted a larger role in the show. And then they said, no, the joke is kind of that you don't do much. He said, okay. And that's why he did it. Because he's a trooper. Doug's got 6. Let's see them scores. Pud with 10. Pud studied up on Trebek before he got here. 9 for Cyrus. Emily, I'm seeing 5. Well done. Guys, we're killing it. Pretty good. Here's your first break. When we come back, it's not Alex Trebek related, but I'll still have the Jeopardy background. We'll still be answering in the form of a question. If you want to keep it proper. That's the word. Back 3 minutes. Go get yourself a cocktail. Hello! There it is. That's what we needed. We all needed a little dowdy fire. Professor Henry what? Do I want to know? Henry Jones? Oh, got it. Cool, are we back, everybody? Round 2? Second verse, same as the first. I will be giving you answers. You give me the questions, but this time it's all just random bullshit. In the best of ways. So, without further ado, here's answer number 11. Meaning, a view from above en Espanol, this search engine is somehow still the preferred way of surfing the web in Pawnee, Indiana. 45 seconds, starting now. Either you know Spanish, or you know this particular city. 33 seconds. Get your search engine knowledge together. Give it a quick Google. Answer's not Google. Meaning a view from above. En Espanol, this search engine is somehow still the preferred way of surfing the web in Pawnee, Indiana of Parks and Rec. Show 'em, please. The city in Parks and Rec. Yes, it is not Yahoo, but many people got it. Vista Arriba, sí, but not. It's Alta Vista. Let me just Alta Vista my inbox. That's how Jerry Gergich checks his email, if you recall. Stupid Jerry. Answer number 12. Umoja, unity, Nija, purpose, or maybe Nija, and Imani, faith, are among the principles promoted during this holiday, created in 1966. 45 seconds started now. It was a new holiday in 1966. Thirty seconds left. Ba 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 da, ba 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 da. I'll just sing the. This is the Jeopardy theme, right? It's fine. Come on down, everybody. 2-1. That's not the show. Did we get it? Festivus is a great guess, except this. That 420's even better, Emily. But it is. Many people got it. Kwanzaa. What is Kwanzaa? Excellent question. It's a holiday that celebrates those things I just said. Kwanzaa. That's why you light the candles for those things. Answer 13. A 1999 novel and a 2003 film and 2008 play inspired by it all share a name with this Vermeer painting currently on display in The Hague. Not in the International Criminal Court, but in a museum. So, don't worry. Answer's not Hitler. Easy one. It's about a work of art. We always throw our art questions in here just to remember that there's a bunch of art sitting in museums that nobody's looking at. A 1999 novel and a 2003 film and a 2008 play inspired by it all share a name with this Vermeer painting currently on display in the Hague. That's pronounced Hague. I'm making a joke.
Has anybody ever seen Tim's Vermeer, the documentary?
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Vermeer was a cheat.
Word?
Yeah, we're going to talk all about it.
Can't wait. 3, 2, 1. We're about to talk about it. Show them. Kill Bill, great guess. Yep. Good work, dog. Some people got this, some people didn't. But the answer is, what is Girl with the Pearl Earring? Doesn't have a article in front of it, but because that's the title. Girl with the Pearl Earring. It's this one. I think, right? Maybe this way.
The girl with the pearl necklace, just not the one with the pearl.
Nailed it. There it is. Didn't take long for us to get there. Because we're classy people. Question, answer, number 14. Away we go. Swan Song Records was a label begun in 1974 by this band, whose own swan song was 1982's Coda. 45 seconds. It was an album called Coda. Coda, also a musical term for the end of something. Kind of. This feels like the most Jeopardy phrased question. I was very proud of this. Swan Song Records was a label begun in 1974 by this band, whose own swan song was 1982's Coda. 17 seconds. What band had the album Coda in 1982? 3, 2, 1. Yep. Hey, hey, mama, said the way you move. Somebody got it. Gonna make you sweat. Cyrus, gonna make you groove. Who is Led Zeppelin? Led Zeppelin. I'll spare you my Robert Plant. Answer number 15. A number in superscript, read as to the power of, is more commonly known as this in mathematics. 45 seconds starting now. So you have a number and then a number in superscript. If you know what that means. I bet you do. You read it as to the power of. That number is more commonly known as this in mathematics. 27 seconds. You knew this at some point. There was a time we all knew this. Or at least we're in a classroom where someone said this, and then you immediately forgot it. That's why I like my math questions. Bring it back. 3, 2, 1. We had to learn at some point. Show them. Who's got it? Some people got it. Yes, yes, yes. Puds got it. Other people got it. What is an exponent? An exponent or exponential. Exponential is just a word related. If you said squared, that's when it's 2. Answer number 16 for Cyrus. Consistently implying an affair with Trebek's mother and misreading category names, Daryl Hammond played this recently deceased actor in SNL's Celebrity Jeopardy sketches. 45 seconds starting now.
The day is mine.
Yep. That's what I told your mother last night, Trebek. You wrote V. V is a Roman numeral. So, despite your best efforts, you are correct, and you wagered. Suck it, Trebek. That's what I'll give you. There you go. Oh. The answer's not Jabba the Hutt, although I did just do an excellent Jabba the Hutt impression. 5, 4, 3. Everybody's got it, right? Cyrus, it was his name on the way in. Yes, indeed. That's below me. I'll take anal bum covers. Sean Connery.
To be fair, I would have loved to see Jabba the Hutt on Celebrity.
Wouldn't that be good? I feel good about it. I've tried products like this in the past, and if the penis mightier really works, I'll take a dozen. Answer 17. Classic trivia question, because we're in classic trivia. This man is the only person to win an NCAA tournament championship and an NBA championship as a coach. Coach? 45 seconds starting now. The word is coach. This is one of those things that just ends up as a trivia question all the time, and I figured, what better day for it? The hint is he did one of them in the 90s and one of them in the 2000s.
It's a head coach, right?
Mm-hmm. Head coach, good point. As a head coach. Neither as a player. Both times he was a head coach. Oh, and it's a he. Because, you know, we're monsters. Lady coach is coming. There's one on the Spurs. One of these days. 3, 2, 1. Anybody get it? Any Sportos? Yep. Chris got it. Good. Yep. Chris got it. Boom. It is Larold Brown. Larry Brown was the guy. Hasn't been doing great lately. Got fired from a team in Italy. Tough break. But did win 2 titles. One with the Pistons, one with Kansas Jayhawks, if you want to know.
It was Sabaro. He got
fired from Sabaro. To be fair, managing one is tough. He was at the one in Times Square. It's a tough job.
He was just not serving the beast.
Cheetah, Puma.
Head managing.
Yes, head managing. Thank you. Cheetah, Puma, Leopard, Mountain Lion, Mavericks, High Sierra, and Catalina are all names associated with what tech company? 45 seconds starting now. Gave you the tech part. Almost didn't. Cheetah, Puma, Leopard, Mountain Lion, Mavericks, High Sierra, and Catalina are all associated with what tech company?
What college was it with Larry Brown? I can't think of it.
Kansas. They're always winning, though. Boring. Cheetah, Puma, Leopard, Mountain Lion, Mavericks, High Sierra, and Catalina are all names associated with what tech company? 5 seconds left. 3, 2, show them. Da, da, da. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. What is Apple Computers? Apple Computers, you didn't have to write computers. I just wanted to be proper about it. This one's a fun one. Answer 19, the now ubiquitous, because I like to use ubiquitous every week, process of forcing milk through tiny holes to prevent cream from rising to the top is known as this. 45 seconds starting now. What is that process called?
What does ubiquitous mean?
Exactly. Thank you, Julia. It means it happens all the time. Ubiquitous. Ooh, that's good. That's a good way to come back. Hey, kid, ubiquitous. Quietus is more fun than quiet, whatever. The now ubiquitous process of forcing milk through tiny holes to prevent cream from rising to the top is known as this. It's one of those things where I didn't know what the process was, but I sure did know what it's called. Much the same way Trump does with his supporters to make them all the same color. It's called, some people got it, some people got pasteurization is closest, but it's actually homogenization. I know, homogenization. I had to put one in here that's just rude. Just so I could do the Trebek thing where it's like homogenized.
Pasteurization just kills all the bacteria.
Yes, pasteurization does get rid of the bacteria. That wasn't the question. Answer 20. This U.S. president, born in West Branch, Iowa in 1874, was the first president born west of the Mississippi, because you gotta end with a president question. 45 seconds starting now. West Branch, Iowa. First president born west of the Mississippi. There were like 60 of them from Ohio. They kept getting worse. You know that's true, Doug. Ending with Warren G. Harding. And then, eventually, this guy. You have to be 35 to be president. So if you can do that math, you got it. It's not McKinley, you know, because wouldn't be old enough. Five, four, three. His house still stands. This is interesting. Show him. What do we got? Truman, good guess. Joe Biden is that old. Well done. It is none of those. Man, nobody got this. Herbie Hoover. Herbie Hoover. I've been to his house. In his will, he mandated that he was buried in view of his childhood home. And so the federal government continues to maintain his childhood home and his grave site. It's fun. You can go. There's a blacksmith there.
I have his vacuum.
Nice. Yeah, also good. Excellent vacuums. 10 points for Doug. 12 for Julian. 10 for Chris. Hell yeah, dude. This was a great equalizer. 16. Oh, Pud with 18. Swinging. But guys, remember, Final Jeopardy, where you can put it all on the line, baby. And it is kind of mildly tough. Anyway, 3 minutes. Get yourself a cocktail. Do the things you need to do. See you shortly. So here we go. Wayla time. 10 points up for grabs. Let's put this thing together. Everybody ready to rock? I'll show you pictures. We'll do things. Away we go. Question number 1. Boom, bam. What bush is this? And it's not George. Julia got it right away. This is a certain flowering bush. found in tropical regions usually, but also Los Angeles pretty consistently. 45 seconds. It's pretty well known. Marissa, you got it? Or should I just yell? No? Oh, man. There's one of these down the block. It's fine. We'll talk about it. It's my mom's favorite bush. Besides Jeb. It's a real low energy bush. That's the only problem. 20 seconds left. Good picture of this shrubbery, this large shrubbery. Don't get too spooked. It was just October. Show 'em. Boo. Yep, bougainvillea. This is what a bougainvillea looks like if you ever heard someone say it. Bougainvillea. Julia got it. Everybody else didn't. It's okay. There's another one.
What did you write, Cyrus?
Your mom's nailed it. Question 2. What planet is this? 45 seconds go. Planet of the solar system. 1 out of 8. It's not that bullshit Pluto.
Our solar system?
Sure. Seems like a giveaway. But yes.
Aren't they really all ours? Manifest destiny and all.
The United States of the solar system. 25 seconds. Hey, Doug, we got several people on our Twitch saying, do we want to become famous? By followers, primes, and viewers. Thanks, guys. I do want to be famous, but I can't type right now.
That's how you pick up girls in LA.
2 viewers, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The way you pick up girls is by getting COVID. Yep. Many people got it. It is Neptune. It's blue, like the ocean. Get it? Question 3. What country is this a flag for? Thank you to Star Spangled Flags, which I didn't realize was on here until I just put it up. That's some website that seems to be America first, despite it being a flag website. Uh-oh, where's my green screen coming apart? What you doing? That's fine. You get a little notch up there. It'll be fun. 26 seconds. What country? Or, I guess if we want to phrase it in the form of an answer, this country. This country, and you write the question. That's why they can't do like just pictures on Jeopardy. 5, 4, 3, 2, show them. Yes, many people got it. Yep, good pronunciation. That is a soft H. Argentina. Moldova, good guess, but it is the flag of Argentina. Number 4. Who's this comedian? Speaking of RIP, 45 seconds. Famous comedian from the early 2000s. Would be famous now, probably. Except dead. Good picture, though. Good pick. Normally looks like this.
That's a pic of him from the past.
From the past.
All pics of him are from the past.
There you go. Here's the usual
Technically,
look.
it's when I was younger.
There it is. Yep. Someone take this screen cap. I like escalators because they can never break down. They can just become stairs. Sorry for the convenience. Nailed it. Mitch Hedberg, for those who got it. This is what Mitch Hedberg looks like. Time to put my hat back on. Ladies, this is the maybe current Bachelorette. Scandal, what's her name? All I need is the first name. This is the biggest season of The Bachelorette. If you've been following. What's her name? There you go. See, Pud calls in the big guns. You can write the last name too. You don't get points for it, but if you wanna, if you know it. Current Bachelorette and former contestant on The Bachelor. Oldest Bachelorette She is a disgusting 39 years old. Yuck. Can you even imagine? Oh boy. Oh brother. 654. Spelling doesn't count, but she does spell her name weird. Good guess, Doug. Yeah, full name. There you are. I knew someone would have it. Yep, Marissa has it too. It is. Yes, Julian. It is Claire, Clare. But spelling doesn't count. If you wrote Claire, you got it. This is Claire Crawley. I had to write it down.
Technically, because she's 39. Because she's
current.
39. If you're on The Bachelor, would you meet her?
Who's this baseball player? 45 seconds. Go.
When you meet her on The Bachelor, can you just be like, too old, I don't want it, and then go home?
She was only 31 when she was on The Bachelor, 32, so.
Or Bachelorette, or
she
whatever.
Wasn't as gross. I think some people have already done that from what I've been watching. Marissa, is that true? That one scumbag left. But he was just kind of a scumbag in general. He was mad that he had to strip down for strip dodgeball. He didn't even have to. Somebody else did. 20 seconds left. Who's this baseball player? This ex-black baseball player. Google him. It's weird. This is your obligatory Chicago question. Yeah, Steven's pulling it up right now. It's very strange to see what this man looks like now. 3, 2, 1, slamming. Yep. Many people got it. Steven, do you have it on your phone? Is that what you pulled up? It's weird. He is now white. That's the same man. Something happened. Involving maybe falling into a vat of acid and becoming a supervillain? I don't know. Anyway, he was already...
Maybe he's a Michael Jackson fan.
I think he's just a Michael Jackson fan. You're right. He was already a supervillain anyway. You know, famous cheater, but Chicago Cubs will always love him. Next. I didn't even fucking plan this. This is RC Cola. What does RC stand for? 45 seconds going now. Emily had it all the time at Grandma's house. What does RC stand for? Cyrus, thanks so much. I'm glad we texted beforehand to talk about this. What do the initials RC stand for? Also, this is like... This feels like knockoff RC. Like, has RC knocked itself off now and is doing this? Because it doesn't even look like it pretend looked like before when it was just... Also, RC, for the record, older than Coke and Pepsi. Oldest cola. Just living that Hydrox life. Still hanging on.
But much like Claire, Clare, not the best.
Not the best. You are correct, my friend. Yep, Atlanta in the house. Sure. Rep your independent cola made in Atlanta. Show them. What does RC stand for? It's RNC. Yes, many people got it. Many people. Oh, brutal, Cyrus. But yes, Royal Crown. Royal Crown is the correct answer. But really, crap is brutal. Just swinging for the fences tonight. Who's this rapper? 45 seconds starting now. He's from Queens. He's wearing a Yankees hat. It's not Jay-Z. Just don't. Don't do that. Who is this? Hip-hop artist. Just came out with a remix of Fight the Power. That's really good. Also, why I put him in this question. I mean, he's one of many people on it, but it's a very good song. Seth Ron, you always chime in when my keyboard doesn't work, but you're spitting fire. 3, 2, 1. No, it's fine, Doug. You don't suck. It's only 3 letters. Yes, I believe it's Nasir. I don't know his last name, but Nas. Yeah, Nas is what his rap name is, or the nom de hip hop, if we want to use the French. Next up to bat. What is this trophy that this person is holding up? 45 seconds starting now. If you can kind of see, I'll let you see the hand. That can help you. Under my under my name. Doug, remember when they did Black Jeopardy with Tom Hanks? And we were like, oh, that's funny. Trump supporters and black people can get along. That was only 4 years ago.
You all right, Doug?
Exactly. What's the one? Women with no ass can do this. What is get out of my car? Some shit like that. It was great. I'm going to look that up after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is this cup? Thank you so much. Yes, it is the Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup, the highest honor in Trebek's homeland. And speaking of, who's this actor playing Alex Trebek? 45 seconds starting now. We all know, but, just wanted to end on a nice little all-skate here. Who is this actor? Please tell me who this actor is. Turd Ferguson. Mr. Hanks, that's a pen, not a microphone.
Is it Ice-T?
Jeff Goldblum was great.
Jeff Goldblum was a good one. Yeah. Who did Goldblum? Or was it Goldblum doing Goldblum? Because Tom Hanks did Tom Hanks. That was great.
I don't think it was Goldblum.
3, 2, 1. Sorry. I'm caught up in my celebrity reverie. Yep. That's his name. His name is William Ferrell. Will Ferrell. And I think that's the last one. Let's find out if we're back to Bougainvillea. I just think of this bush is so pretty. Great, guys. So that's the end of Wayla. Where do we stand? Boom. 23, 17, 17. Pudman doing some accounting. 17 for Chris. I like this. 27 for Pud. Now, so in order to keep this Jeopardy legit, I would like for you all, I'm going to give you, because I give you the category, right? And then you wager. Here's the category, Jeopardy. The category is, it's a story about Jeopardy. So let's all wager in our 3-minute break. And then when we get back, I'll tell the story. We're back. Back for story time. I've switched to orange juice. Just kidding, it's not. But it does show up clear on a green screen. We found that out. Once Doug and Emily come back, we'll do story time. It's exciting. Yeah, oh, you're right there. Oh, it's fine. Oh, good. And Doug is touching the computer, so I feel like he's right there. What do we do? Should we show the wagers? Yeah? All right, Julian says yeah. All right, so let's all put our wagers up to the screen. Julian's doing 17. Doug, 16.99. I like that move. We did not say... Oh, Steven's putting it all out there. All right, that's big. All right, we got Jordan numbers going. Okay, I think I saw 17. All right, I like this. Big swings again, just like the old days. Okay, doors closed so I don't hear myself. Today's story, Jeopardy related, as we've discussed. Away we go. Today's story, again, Hollywood bias. We're always West Coast liberal Hollywood bias here at Trivia Ronin. I'm going to tell you about an entertainer born in San Mateo, California. Anybody know San Mateo? I don't, but it's probably somewhere around here. Born in 1925. This guy was a singer. He started his entertainment career as a nationally syndicated radio program at the age of 19. Back in those days, we would sort of sing live on the radio, obviously. Like, it was early days of recording, so there would be, like, shows where you would tune in and be like, oh, this guy's going to sing a bunch of tunes. We'll have a good time. So this guy was one of them. People fell in love with him all over the place. They would sort of he was sort of one of the first, like, early radio stars, but then people would meet him and realize he was overweight, and they were like, he's kind of gross. So with that, this guy decided, oh, people keep being disappointed with meeting me. So he decided to lose weight. He lost 80 pounds in 4 months in his early 20s, which is like bonkers and probably bad for you, but he did it.
Cocaine will do that.
Also that. He then goes on tour with an orchestra. He forms his own record label shortly after that, called Panda Records. Sure. He puts out an album of himself singing with that orchestra. That album, fun fact, first album ever recorded on magnetic tape. That was in the 40s. In 1950, him and that orchestra put out a #1 song. That song was called I've Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts. Deedly dee. It sold 3 million copies. You folks might know that from The Lion King. Zazu sings it at one point. He's the guy who sang it. He's discovered by Doris Day at one point. He's only a musician right now. Doris Day brings him in a screen test with her because she likes him. He doesn't pass that screen test, but the guys at the studio like him. He gets a supporting role in a different movie called So This Is Love, where he participates in that movie in the first open mouth kiss on screen after the Hays Code of the 1930s. If you know the Hays Code, that was like why Lucy and Ricky sleep in separate beds and all that like very prudish stuff going on in Hollywood. He was the first person to open mouth kiss on screen after that, and that was all the way in the 50s. So this is all in the 50s. You don't know him for any of this. Probably not. If you do, you already know the answer. The real magic happens when this guy moves to television, specifically game shows. Here we go. So from 1958 to 62, he becomes the host of a show called Play Your Hunch, which is it went for 4 years. It's a pretty blah show. It seems like you get like 3 options and you have to pick one of them on any given event. Some of the events were like, you count beans in a jar, and then you pick one of 3 options, and you're like, cool, maybe I'll get it. Or like the band is playing a bunch of instruments, and you're like, who's not actually playing? And obviously it's a full band playing, so you don't really, there's like 6 trombones, you don't know. So it's all blind luck, but it's a show. It's a living. He's the host of it. The best moment that happened on that show is one day on the lot. It was an NBC show. Jack Parr, who was the host of The Tonight Show in the 50s and early 60s, wanders onto the set, like walked into the wrong set, and then ends up having an impromptu interview with this guy, and it like puts him on the map, like, because he was just like, they just sort of canceled the show and talked for a while instead of having a game show. People loved it. So this guy moves on. He gets a self-titled interview show named after himself in 1965. His guests then were George Carlin, Richard Pryor. He had Bertrand Russell on the show, who's a famous philosopher. He even had Arnold Schwarzenegger in one of his first stateside interviews when he moved from Austria as just like a bodybuilder. 1969, they put him on a late night show. So they put him opposite Carson on CBS. But he gets in serious hot water because he starts bringing on guests that are opposed to Vietnam. So people keep coming on talking shit on the Vietnam War. The networks don't like this. They end up firing him, but they guarantee him a daytime spot to do his old daytime show. So they don't really fire him. They're just like, you're demoted back to the daytime. So he goes back to his interview show and continues to do that interview show until 1985. And in 85, he cites the fact it's not because he got old. He retires because he goes, I've made so much money that I don't need to work anymore, so I'm not going to work anymore. How did he make all that money, Matt? Great question. So while he was doing this, he also went into the backside of the game. So in 1964, if you know what I mean, he started to produce shows as well as host. So 62 is when he was hosting. 64 he gets in the production game. He works on a few very small time shows as like an associate producer, and then eventually gets to a point where he can start pitching ideas. He goes to his wife. Her name's Julianne. Maybe Julianne, but Julianne seems to be what the internet says her name is. She talks about how there hasn't been a successful question and answer show on TV since the quiz show days of the 50s, right? And if you know anything about the quiz show scandals, people were throwing quiz shows to essentially get better personalities on the show, right? So nobody could really trust the integrity of these shows. Some people were getting fed answers. Some people were being told to basically take dives with their answers to intentionally answer wrong. She says, here's an idea. Why don't we give the participants the answers and then they have to ask the question? That's the idea behind it. For example, you'd put 5,280 feet up and then the contestant would say, how many feet are in a mile? There you go, right? So very non-specific, but this ends up, he pitches the idea to NBC. NBC's like, we don't even need a pilot. Let's just make this thing. So obviously, in that moment, the show, say it with me, What's the Question? Yep, that was the name of the show. That show is born, What's the Question? Then later renamed Jeopardy, because that's just a better name. What's the Question? Question mark, then becomes Jeopardy with an exclamation point, which it has had to this day. You can see it in the background of me. First host of that show was a guy named Art Fleming. The first announcer of that show was a man named SNL legend Don Pardo. If you know Don Pardo, he was the first host of the show back in, this was in the late 60s. That show lasted for 11 years, running in the daytimes. Eventually, it just ran out of steam. So the only thing that really came out of that first run with Art Fleming is, remember, our guy who produced it, he comes from a musical background. He composes a piece of music, the Final Jeopardy theme. He composes that for the show. That obviously remains to this day with Jeopardy. He wrote. So the show gets canceled, but NBC, despite canceling it, goes, hey, you got another one? This guy goes, I sure do. It's a show called Wheel of Fortune. So he pitches Wheel of Fortune in 75. That goes on the air. That lasts for about 5 years. It then gets canceled again. But both of these shows eventually see success when they release syndicated versions. So they decide, let's just put out syndicated versions and see how they do, sort of lower grade ones, and we'll hire somewhat of no names, a.k.a. Alex Trebek and Pat Sajak. Both get hired to these shows. This thing goes into syndication. It does super well, and he composes the theme song to Wheel of Fortune as well, because, again, musician. All of this makes this guy a straight-up multi-millionaire. And he was one of the biggest people in Hollywood until he died in 2007. The question is, who is this guy? 45 seconds, starting now. Who's the producer, executive producer of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune? And then I'll give you hints during this time. Later, he went into real estate and bought the Beverly Hilton Hotel. If you live in Los Angeles, the access road to the Beverly Hilton is named after this man. To this day. That's a little throwaway for my LA people. He also went into real estate, bought some hotels in Atlantic City with a man named Donald Trump. Then saw they were tanking and had Trump buy his stake out. So Trump could then go build the Taj Mahal. $278 million this guy got out of Don. Go for him. Go for him, I say. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope we got it. This was a big wager. Yeah. Many people knew it. Good. Yes, I'm very happy. Merv Griffin. Merv Griffin's the guy who did this all. And Merv Griffin was famous radio guy. Go figure. Merv Griffin had his own damn career and then made a bunch of money off Alex. 154 points by Seth Ron. He bet he wagered or he answered Cosmo Kramer, which is incorrect, unfortunately. But otherwise, some folks got it. What are our final scores? 33.9934. Pudman 54. Maybe a Trivia Ronin record points. I mean, Doug, I'd have to go to the Wikipedia page.
That's like James Holzhauer level scores.
Big scores, bro. Big scores, bro. Congratulations.
Kramer's kind of a right answer. If you remember that Seinfeld episode.
That is actually true. That's a very good point. I did forget about that Seinfeld. Seth Ron, 154 points to Seth Ron. He's the Twitch winner today. You win among all the other Twitch viewers. Congratulations. Those thousands of people are going to be mad. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for your support as we try to grow this experience. It is totally in the script to say that, but it doesn't make it any less true. For all of us at Trivia Ronin, my name is Matt McNally saying, don't be shitty, and we're hoping you learned something. Bye.